Hello, I welcome you all to this class. So today we'll see some of the basics required for solving the problems. So one of thing is resonance. So resonance is nothing but the whenever a natural frequency of a body matches with the external force frequency, the natural frequency body will vibrate with a maximum amplitude, that is called resonance. So here, using this principle, in your first year physics lab, we estimated the velocity of sound in air. So this is the apparatus what we used. So here we have a column in which is filled partially with water, and we have an air column, right, and we can able to adjust the level of water. So we know that it's nothing but a closed pipe. It's nothing but a closed pipe. So here the displacement of the particles, air column, is 0, and at the open end the displacement is maximum. So here we have a node and an antinode, right? So how these nodes and antinodes are formed? So we consider a tuning fork, which is a source of sound wave. When it vibrated and kept near the open end, so this tuning fork will vibrate with certain frequency. So this is the external force frequency, and because of this, the molecules of the air column molecules, they will form, this is the incident wave and this is a reflected, forming a sound waves, forming a standing waves, right? So here the standing wave can be formed in different ways. Seeing that at the closed end it should be node, and at the open end it is antinode. So there are different possibilities. Those are called normal modes of vibration. So if we consider two successive standing wave patterns, so here like this at the closed end node and at the open end antinode, so we have, these are also the possibilities, right? So here the, as and when if you vibrate and kept this tuning fork at the open end, we can hear a very big sound, indicates by adjusting the length of the air column, we can hear a big sound, indicates that the external force frequency and the natural frequency of the air column both are matching. So in that case we can hear a very big sound indicating the resonance happened. Again, for the same tuning fork, if you adjust further the air length of the air column, you can hear again the very big sound, means that here this is the external force frequency and this is the natural frequency of the air column. So if the external force frequency is nu and the natural frequency of the body is nu naught, or if may be 2 nu naught or 2 naught, so for multiples of the, if this is the both are matching, and here if it is 2 nu, for 2 nu naught, 3 nu naught, multiples of 3 for it, in which there is a resonance occurs. For all multiples of 1 nu naught, 2 nu naught, 3 nu naught, you can able to hear a very big sound. So this is a resonance principle. Basing on this resonance principle, we estimated the velocity of sound. So here observe what is L1 in this case. L1 is equals to distance from node to antinode. We know that the distance from node to antinode is lambda by 4. And what is L2 in this case? It is node to node lambda by 2 plus lambda by 4. So this will become 3 lambda by 4. Right, L2 minus L1. So what are this L2 and L1? These are the two successive air columns lengths at which you can hear a very big sound or resonance occurred. Right, so this is the 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4, nothing but lambda by 2, or lambda is equals to 2 times of L2 minus L1. Then what is the speed of sound wave propagated in the air column? Speed of sound wave V is equal to nu lambda, which is nothing but nu into 2 times of L2 minus L1, or speed of sound wave is 2 nu into L2 minus L1. This is the formula for calculating the speed of sound wave. What is nu here? The frequency of the sound wave, or the frequency of the tuning fork which emitted the sound wave. And L2, L1 are the successive resonating lengths. These are called the resonating lengths at which you can hear a very big sound. So this is one of the formula which we are going to use in solving the problems, right? And one more thing, so we have derived normal modes in a string, normal modes in a closed pipe, and normal modes in an open pipe. So what are normal modes in a string? The normal possible modes of vibrations in a string, if it is fixed at both the ends, we got it as nu n is equals to nv by 2l, where n is from 1, 2, 3, so on. And what is v here? V is the speed of a wave. It may be a transverse wave or it may be a longitudinal wave. So here, for the case of a string, you can expect both the transverse as well as a longitudinal waves. So for transverse waves, we can write nu is equals to n or n by 2l into square root of t by mu. It is the tension in the string. And what is mu here? Mu is nothing but mass, linear mass density, or mass per unit length. It's called linear mass density or mass per unit length. So those are the formula. In case of a string, this is the normal modes of a normal modes that are possible. So the string can vibrate like this, or the string can vibrate with the 2 loops. So depending on this, we have to write n value. And what is v here? V is the speed of a wave, either it may be a transverse or a longitudinal. For a transverse waves, we have written it as nu is equals to nu n is equal to n by 2l into square root of t by mu. So basing on this, we have some laws of vibrations, transverse vibrations in a string, where nu, the frequency of vibration, is inversely proportional to resonating length. This is the first law. Keeping tension and mass, means tension in the string is same, and we used the same string throughout our experiment. And keeping T and mu constant. And nu is inversely proportional to linear density, keeping T and T is a constant. So here T is constant, and yes, corresponding to this, the resonating length changes, and T and L is constant. And frequency nu, so this frequency nu is directly proportional to the tension, So here these are called laws of transverse vibrations. The frequency of vibration is inversely proportional to resonating length, directly inversely proportional to linear mass, and directly proportional to tension. So basing on this, we have done one more experiment in your physics lab. This is transverse vibrations in a stretched string. So these are the formula which we used, right? And some of them are, so this is for a string. For a closed pipe, what is the modes of vibrations in a closed pipe? In a closed pipe, the frequencies of vibrations, those are possible, or nv by 4l, where n will take values only odd multiples, so nv by 4l. For the case of open pipe, the formula remains same. Nu n is equals to nv by 2l, where n takes all the